Do you hear what I'm hearing? Do you hear what I'm hearing? Exactly what I'm hearing is the sound of a Mustang. I mean, a Mustang that keeps growling and growling and growling, and wow, that is amazing. Like some super stealth airplane that is flying and jetting off. That is a Mustang with all that power. Wow, about 700 horsepower under your feet and your butts. The question is, what are you going to do with all that power? Yes, what are you going to do with it? But that's not the issue today. What are we seeing? That's what we are thinking about. Is this the Cobra? Is this the Super Snake? Or is this the Terlingua? I don't know. What do you think? Well, what I think this is the boss itself, the 2020 GT500 Ford Mustang. And this GT500 you're seeing, it's the latest in the lineup, and it was born and bred in the mountains, and this car just delivers on that. You just look at it and listen to it. It delivers on this. And so I say that this is a beauty with a beast. Yes, look at how attractive, gorgeous, sexy looking it is. And come to think of the fact that you got all that power, like a super stealth airplane that is flying off. I mean, it delivers on its premise of it's being born and bred in the mountains. The GT500 is actually the best alternative to the GTS if you are the type of person who can actually wait for the expiration date for the sixth contract to have access to the GTS, and you don't also want to rent the GTS. No problem. Like I said in my other video, this is a best alternative, and I have done a full-length in-depth video on the GTS, and so you can check it out through the I button at the right top corner of the screen. So if you haven't seen that video, you can check it out before you continue with this. But this is the best alternative to that if you are the type that can wait and you don't want to rent and you want to personalize one for yourself. Now, what you are looking at is the 2024 Mustang GT Shelby 500, the 6th generation. And this is the pinnacle of Ford performance. I can deliver that information in this video and it will satisfy your presence here. So do not click away. Do not be tempted to do that, because all the information you need about the GT500, which is premiering soon, would be available here. Let's just delve down into what the Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 is about. And like I said, it is a pinnacle of any pony car ever engineered by Ford Performance, and delivers on its heritage with more than 700 horsepower. Yes. And it is actually the quickest street legal acceleration and most high performance technology to date that Ford Mustang has ever offered to anybody in the market. Actually, Carroll Shelby and Jim Farley said that this new Shelby GT500 will surprise supercar owners with its Ford Performance racing tech, supercharged engine, and a visceral swagger that it came with. And truly, yes, this vehicle is about Ford Performance racing tech, the supercharged engine, and then the swagger that it comes with when you look at it and you drive it, and the feeling that comes with it. So this is what we are going to talk about. Just hold on. The GT500 is actually arriving in fall to join the Shelby GT350 stablemate, and the Shelby GT500 is engineered to attack on all fronts. On all fronts within drag strip, the track, and the street. Anywhere you take this machine is meant to deliver and deliver and deliver. On the drag strip, it's set to produce a whopping 700 plus horsepower via its first-in-class dual clutch transmission, which we'll talk about in the later part. At the track, it's meant to give you improved performance thanks to its raised bred chassis and custom Michelin tires, which we'll talk about later, and the largest front brake rotors ever slapped on an American sports coupe. And don't make mistake, on the street it comes with a menacing aerodynamic design and Ford Performance driver control technologies that make every moment you spend behind the wheel of this vehicle more exhilarating and even more dangerously temptatious. At this point, agree with me to say that this Mustang is the most powerful Ford production GT500 ever. Categoric, please. Okay, now what makes it the most powerful? It is the quickest street legal Mustang, and Ford arrived at that by creating an exclusive powertrain to deliver new levels of torque and power hitherto reserved for exotic cars, but now Ford has put it in the pony car segment, and it is great. I mean, when it comes to powertrain, it's exclusive to the GT500. So let's just talk about a little bit about the powertrain that sits under the hood of what you're seeing. So then the engine compartment. The GT500 comes with the supercharged 5.2 liter aluminum alloy engine built by hand, and I repeat, built by hand. Again, for them to keep the intake air cooler and deliver a low center of gravity, as you see, the performance team actually inverted a 2.65 liter root type supercharger with air to liquid intercooler that is tucked in neatly in between the V8 valley. So the turbocharge sits in between the V8 engine valley, and that is what it is. And it has something similar to the GT500, GT350. The aluminum alloy block features a weight-saving wire-arch cylinder liners and high flow aluminum cylinder heads. Plus, again, it has a larger forged connecting rods. It comes with improved lubrication and cooling passages. Underneath, there is a structural oil pan that adds strength, reduces vibration, and features a patented active baffle system to keep oil where it is needed and when it is needed. So that is what the block, the 5.2 liter aluminum block, it is about, and this is how they composed and constituted it, and it is engineered meticulously to deliver power levels of over 700 horsepower. But then you need a commensurate transmission to channel the power and the torque to the drive shaft, and in this particular GT you have a unique carbon fiber drive shaft, and the transmission that does the job carrying all that power from the engine to the carbon fiber drive shaft was actually leveraged on the learnings from the tunings of Ford GT supercar dual clutch. The performance team actually settled on the TREMEC trademark 7-speed dual clutch transmission, and my people, that transmission is capable of shifts under 100 milliseconds. Yes, it is capable of shift under 100 milliseconds, and it is markedly faster than any other manual gearbox that we've ever come across in this business. And this dual clutch is designed to also give you 5 selectable drive modes, including normal, weather, sports, drag, and track. That is not the only thing it does. It gives you the platform to be able to activate what we call the line lock and then launch control through selectable track apps. And this is unique. The transmission is actually capable and matches up to the engine block, and the two gives you unique drive performance and control whenever you need it, wherever you need it. But to have all this power and all this transmission to do the job, you need an enabling environment. So then what did Ford do again? They actually built the GT500 from the Ford GT and the GT4, the Mustang GT4, and what they picked out of those cars is a cutting-edge active chassis technology. It came with a track-bred Michelin tires and Brembo brakes, and these together give you a lot of control when it comes to hugging the road and then lateral acceleration. Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 actually takes advantage of Ford's revised suspension geometry, the introduction of the new electronic power steering unit, and a lighter weight coil springs from rear and front. Now they also introduced the next generation MagneRide suspension, which is baked in along with the latest in advanced drive boat technologies from Ford Performance. When you put all of these little details together, what you get, the payoff, is the highest ever lateral acceleration from a Ford Mustang. And for greater track performance and driver control, this is a payoff. So you get the highest ever lateral acceleration from a Ford Mustang for greater track performance and control. When you put all that hardware together, you need to get this car to hug the ground. A lot of traction here and there. So then what did Ford Performance do? They bred a Michelin Pilot Sports 4S tires and more aggressive Pilot Sports Cap 2 tires, which features unique compounds and thread to provide track ready stopping power. They also slapped a Mustang The GT500 gives you about 30% additional thermal mass in the front corners and gives you a much more better performance than the Shelby GT350s when it comes to our discussion. The GT500 comes with two performance packages to boost normal performance to a more higher level performance, and it comes in one, the handling package, and two, the carbon fiber track package. The handling package comes with adjustable strut top mounts and then spoiler with gunny flaps. But for the truly hardcore who wants more than enough, can go after the carbon fiber track package, which features exposed 20-inch carbon fiber wheels with 0.5-inch wider rear wheels, custom Michelin Pilot Sports Cap 2 tires, adjustable exposed carbon fiber GT4 track wing, and splitter wakers with integrated dive plane. This comes with a compromise. The rear seat is deleted in this case to reduce weight, and that is what you have with the performance packages. If you are not settled with the already boosted performance, this is what you can slap on to give you more. But then you cannot talk about the GT500 without talking about design, the outlook, and the stance. And so look at it, look at the car very well, and look at it meditatingly. You can actually tell that a great deal of work has gone into the design. So then the four designers claim that they have done the best of design. It's a menacing design. And so their claim is because field performance engineers and motorsports designers actually collaborated to work on the 2020 Shelby GT500, which has a functional track hero looks to match its performance capabilities. Now down to the looks, let's just describe it a bit. You can see the double front grille opening, and this amounts to a 50% more cooling pack airflow. Again, along with the most advanced aero components and downforce, every millimeter of the Shelby GT500, as you see there, the fastback design is aimed at improving performance. So can you look at it again? Yes, and observe it. Every millimeter of it came back into the minds of the designers because of performance, and that is the aim. Those large angular grille openings that you are seeing and a muscular hood combined for a menacing aerodynamic led design inspired by modern fighter jet aircrafts. That was the inspiration. So then you can tell that the car has a wider front fender and stands housing the Shelby GT500 specific 20 by 11 inch wheels proportionally aligned to its rear fenders that had up to 20 by 11.5 inch wheels. A standard new rear spoiler has been placed, and an updated composite material in the rear diffuser has also been done, and this too results in a added thermal management advantage. The front fascia openings are more than doubled versus the Shelby GT300 if you've ever seen the GT350 or ever driven it, and comes with 6 heat exchangers which are stuffed in to increase cooling pack airflow and by more than 50% increase. Now a massive 30 by 28 inch louvered hood vent features a removable aluminum rain tray for better air extraction and increased downforce. So you see, when it comes to the design in the front, it was intelligently and scientifically done, and that is how we can categorically say that this is the pinnacle of Ford performance. Let's not leave that there. Let's go to craftsmanship, technology, and then the drive comfort. The things that they put in this, so that when you take it for a cruise, you're not compromising on anything. When you take it for a drag race, you're not compromising on anything. If you are just doing a normal drive, there is no compromise. Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. The 500's cockpit was built to boast of race-inspired premium materials and unique features worthy of its world-class power. There are premium touch points, and I'm going to touch on them. They include available exposed carbon fiber instrument panel applique and new door panel inserts in dark slate Miko trademark suede with accent stitching. Again, there's available Recaro racing seats with firm side bolstering and pass-throughs for safety harness offer the highest levels of performance. There's also power adjustable seating with Miko suede insets, which is also offered, and these give you drive comfortability, ride comfortability. I mean, the seats hug you and make you feel that you are sitting in a cockpit that is built for performance and racing. On the interior, the GT500 picks up with the 12-inch full color LCD instrument cluster, while a high performance custom tuned 12 speaker B&O trademark Play premium audio system is available. All of this is controlled via an 8-inch Sync 3 touchscreen featuring Xyros XFM and then Ford Pass Connect. To bring this discussion to an end, I will touch on the additional color palettes that they've added, which comes with the red hot, the twister orange, and the iconic silver, and they come with paint strips if you want it available. And this is what the GT500 is about. The sound and the cutback exhaust are some things you can't take from the Ford performance. So it gives you that signature tuned sound, which is particular to the GT500 and the GT line. This is actually a legacy in the making, history in the building. If you enjoyed the video, I entreat you to subscribe to the channel and interact with it, like and comment wherever it is applicable. And then, if you'd like to see the most powerful 2.3 EcoBoost Mustang, click on the left. And if you want to see the SIXT GTS limited edition, click on the right. We've done extensive videos on the two. So click on left for the EcoBoost, click on the right for the GTS limited.